Hey.
Hi. Oh, we finally made it. Jeez.
I know, right?
Alright. Is the volume okay? Is what I want to ask before we do anything. Can they hear me? Can you?
OBS is showing me that you are being heard.
Okay. And OBS is showing that you are being heard. But you never freaking know. You never freaking know. Alrighty then, so I guess we can go ahead and get started. This is our fifth off topic. Of and stuff. You know,
And
we
stuff.
slow around here. It's
fault.
okay.
It's always
Leave
my
us
fault.
alone. It's not your fault. It's because you actually got stuff going on. So that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. A bad thing is if it's your fault and you ain't got nothing going on, you're out here procrastinating, but you're not. Hey, I'm Prime. Welcome to the show. So as you can see, I got this old lackluster little back screen thing going on my side of the tracks because we found out real quick that when we try to do any extra stuff when we're doing off topic, it tends to act crazy. You know, the stream tends to act a little funky. So we'll upgrade. Trust. We'll upgrade, fix things as we go. Speaking of which, stuff acting crazy. My freaking screen is acting stupid, but whatever. So this is off topic number 5. We're gonna be talking about 3 various different topics, and then we'll look for some questions in the chat. So as we talk, as we speak, go ahead and ask some questions. Since on my side it's pretty slow, so if you want to ask questions, just and you're on the other side and things are going too fast, you can come to my side, and you'll definitely have be able to ask questions because it's pretty slow over here.
No, people don't really rock with this podcast.
They don't. Oh yeah, it's but you got more people on your side, so it is controversial. But we don't do it as long as there are certain people who want to watch it. Yeah, it's whatever. So starting off, what have we been up to? So I'll ask, what have we been up to, Nia? What have you been up to?
Man, y'all already know what I've been up to. And those of you guys who watch the channel, y'all already know what's going on because y'all watch Team Red on Wednesday. But I've been working, man. Like I said on Team Red, I traded 2 jobs for 1 job that is basically like having 2 jobs. So that means I'll be busy a lot. So because I'm so busy a lot in my professional life, that means that there's not a whole lot of room for gaming. I try to sneak some time in, whether it be like a couple of an hour or 2 before I go to bed on the Switch or something like that.
Yeah.
Or if I'm in the room, I can use Steam Link. Shout out to Steam Link, because I would not get any gaming done if it wasn't for Steam Link and for the Switch. It's just a very convenient way to game, because I can lay in the bed and just play a game right before I go to bed. Because everything else is in my computer room. But I've been playing Monster Hunter, both Monster Hunters, Monster Hunter Generations on the Switch and Monster Hunter World on the PC. Of course, y'all know I've been playing a lot of Overcooked with Coupon, but y'all know that because we used to stream that on the weekends. I played a little bit of Dauntless today, so a lot of monster hunting for me, like Monster Hunter, Dauntless. A lot of behemoth slashing. So that's pretty much been what I have been having, I guess, the craving to do whenever I do get some time in the game. I don't know what's up with that, but I don't know. I guess I just like Monster Hunter a lot.
That's what's up.
That's bad.
So that's about it. All right. Well, for me, y'all know what I've been doing. I've been playing on that Spider-Man. Recently moved over to that Tomb Raider, and that's pretty much my life. That's it. That's all.
You've been going in on these games, though.
I mean, I've had some downtime.
She really going in on these games, man. Shout out to Coupon.
Just what I thought that's what we were.
Shout out to Skull Terrace K for blessing the stream, man. Appreciate you.
That's what's up. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and get into the first topic.
Oh, before we move on.
Wait,
sorry.
Go ahead.
Daniel just finished Spider-Man, so that means I can play it now. So I think I'm actually on. Man, listen.
I haven't finished it yet, but I'm almost close. I'm 80% complete. I'm gonna finish it.
Let me tell you, I like Monster Hunter World, but there's some things about Monster Hunter World that really kill me. They really did make Monster Hunter World like baby's first Monster Hunter. And the build up is so handholdy. Like I'm not gonna lie, I stopped playing Monster Hunter World so I could play Generations for that reason. I'm gonna go back to World, don't get me wrong, I do like World, but it's mad casual. So, but it's still fun.
It's mad casual.
It's still fun. I don't want people to think that I'm like shooting on the game, but
she shooting on the game, don't lie.
You know, I'm just saying. Whatever.
She shooting on the game. Go ahead and introduce our first topic since you already got the information on it.
Man, all right, so I hate to go from the highlight, of course, being games to something tragic, but y'all know how we do on off topic, man. We gotta talk about, we're not just gamers, man, we people too, so we gotta talk about what's going on in the world. So to those of you guys who are not in the know about what's been going on in the news, there's been this big story in regards to a Dallas police officer and her neighbor. So apparently the story broke out when a man by the name of Botham Jean was murdered in his own home. A police officer by the name of, her name is Amber Geiger. She's a police officer in Dallas, and she was on her way to home to her apartment. Supposedly, she walked into the wrong apartment, into Mr. Botham Jean's apartment, saw his silhouette, thought he was an intruder, shot the man dead. So there's been a lot of controversy around this story because people don't just randomly walk into the wrong apartment. Like, you know where you live. So it's really weird. It's a very strange story that she walked into someone else's apartment thinking that it was her apartment. And then also it's very, not only is that strange, I understand sometimes freak accidents happen. Like, it happened, she was probably tired, she probably had a long day and went into the wrong apartment. But this is not the weirdest part. Instead of the Dallas Police Department making her accountable, I mean, she was charged for manslaughter, but then she got out on a $300,000 bail. So, I mean, I guess she really didn't. But they have gone a step further and have given the Dallas Police Department a search warrant to search this man's house. Okay, so over like the last week, they have come to the media saying how Mr. Jean supposedly had marijuana in his apartment, and they have been basically trying to assassinate this man's character. So here's what I'll say. Freak accidents happen. She probably was tired. She probably did go into the wrong apartment unknowingly. But the conspiracy comes from the assassination of his character because of the police officer's mistake. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
Like that. How? I just want to know, and why can't you just hold this woman accountable? And
Right.
I want to know, why is it that you have a search warrant for the person who was murdered, the victim,
And not the one who
but
did
not
the
the
murder.
person who exactly orchestrated the murder? What's up with that? And it just goes back to that whole thing that we've always been talking about. Black people have always been talking about. Stuff happens to us, and then they always want to make us look like, oh, well, there had to be a reason why this person died. Like, no, he didn't do anything. He was literally living his life in his apartment, minding his business. And then not only that, they try to assassinate his character. So they not only assassinate the person, the body, the physical, they go back and then they assassinate the character. What you got to say about this, Coupon? Wow.
Like, wow. I feel my issue is, like, I feel like it's not that I'm desensitized to the situations that happen out there. It's just we go through it almost on such a frequent occasion that we in the Black community hear about this and see it and know it and feel and live it, that we're just like, this is nothing new. It's not new to us. We've been living this type of lifestyle, knowing that any number of things we just exist for just existing. Something accidental could happen, and then when it does happen, instead of that person take accountability, they have to find out, well, she's a black woman or it's a black man. We could definitely find something bad about their character to justify the killing.
Oh,
because
not to cut you off, Coupon, but shout outs to the
up?
homie Lady Infamous in the building who donated. Shout outs to Lady Infamous for the donation. And what's up, boo? How you doing?
Everybody dance.
Make sure y'all go check out Lady Infamous 415 on YouTube, man. That's the homie.
That's what I'm talking about.
She
is totally the homie.
Gaming. What's up?
Yeah. So, like, my thing is, it's like, the fact of the matter is, I still don't understand how people don't think it's a bad thing that first of all, they don't take accountability. First of all, the person doesn't really take accountability. Her getting out on bail on whatever, obviously she can pay that off at some point, or she has a family member, somebody who could back her up, get her out of jail.
They've already done it.
She doesn't. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So she's not spending time in jail. She doesn't go to court for the manslaughter whatsoever. Like, she already got off. Now they're trying to find a way to justify this man's death. Oh, he had to have something bad about him. Oh, he used to smoke weed. Well, even if he did smoke weed,
I don't care.
What in you, like, I don't understand these people. Why do you need to find justice? And it's this thing called I forgot the name of it, but for you to have to find justification to kill somebody because they're black,
I guarantee you that weed wasn't his neither. I guarantee that weed wasn't his. I guarantee they planted that joint in his apartment.
Of course they did, but nobody's gonna believe that because he's black. Simple. And that's where the sadness comes in. Oh, because he's black, nobody's gonna believe that wasn't planted. Nobody ever believes us. And that is the bottom line. We don't get believed. Nobody believes us. Only when we're validated by somebody who is of Caucasian background do you believe anything that we say. We'll say it till our face. We've been saying this for long. Here, case in point, we've been saying that this stuff has been happening for the longest. And now that you have cameras to show it, and there's actual, white folks and whatnot being able to show it to you, now you believe us. Case in point, now you believe us. Oh, before that, any of the talking is about, police killing us and planting weed and, fabricating evidence, defecating our names, and all these other different things that have happened in our communities when it was the most minor of offenses that maybe we have went through, or any subject.
Because even if the weed was his, there's no justification for what happened.
Right. But you don't see them trying to fabricate, someone of a different racist character.
They go out of their way.
They go out of their way
to make us look like we deserve to die.
Yeah, justify it. Just to justify it. And think about that for a minute. They go out of their way to justify killing us.
It's wild.
Whether they mean to kill us or not, they go out of their way to justify that death. So he was smoking weed, so it's okay. We got somebody who used to have weed, who was smoking weed off the streets. It's okay that he died.
It's wild, bro.
Or it's okay. It was just a little. It was, you never know if the boy had a real gun. It was just a little. Maybe he was a little kid, but he had a gun. We could never. You can't be too safe. He deserved to die. This dude trying to sell stuff, trying to sell some CDs. Oh, well, we don't know if he was trying to sell. We don't know if he was trying to sell any drugs or something to minors or something like that. So he deserved to die. Or this dude resisted arrest, so he deserved, just any number of things. And it's unfortunate that this is the reality that we, as Black people have to live on a regular basis. And don't get me wrong, we know it happens, but at the same time, we still have to get on with our day.
It took social media for other people to know it. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about this happening for like literally decades, centuries, but finally in the social media age, people are like, oh, well, maybe that is a little weird. Like, yeah, we've been telling you this forever. But anyway, I wanted to talk about that slightly, but I do want to move on because we do have a limited amount of time because I do got to go to work tomorrow. But this
so
story
with that
really,
being, I mean, yeah, if you guys have comments, opinions, by all means, post them in the chat. I don't care how harsh you think the opinion may be in Prime. Go ahead and post it. I'll read it and we'll talk on it and whatnot. We'll talk on it, you know, just so we can get perspective. There's nothing wrong with perspective. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Nintendo Direct, kind of recap it, to talk about our you know, our ideas and topics and things like that. And I have like this article here that kind of lists everything that happened. We're gonna skip all the Nintendo 3DS stuffs because no thanks. It just needs to die.
Because
We're gonna go on
thanks.
just no thanks. Like, if you're still playing 3DS, stop. Please stop. So we're gonna move on to the other stuff and just kind of gloss over that a little bit. Nintendo Direct, the Switch announcement. So they announced Luigi's Mansion 3, which will be launching in 2019.
This is gonna be my first Luigi's Mansion. I didn't play it on the GameCube, but I didn't play it on the 3DS.
I didn't get to play it on the GameCube because I didn't even know it existed. That was my bad.
I didn't know it existed either.
And then by the time I found out about it, it was on the 3DS, and there was just no way I was about to relegate myself to that bullshit. So there's that. But this is exciting. This is good news. I like it. I'm excited. The next on the list was Splatoon 2 version 4. They didn't announce when it will be released, but it's some more updates just in time for the online. Yay!
I won't be playing it.
So then they announced Megaman 11, which will be dropping October 2nd. I'll probably look into that at a later date, not anytime soon, but I definitely want to check it out at some point. But it looks good for the most part. It looks good.
I never got into Mega Man, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie.
I never really got like, I've been a Mega Man fan, and I used to love it to death back in the day, but it's, you know, since it hasn't been around, it's kind of like, so I want to check it out, but I know I'm not going to be like trying to rush to go check it out right now. It'll be a later date.
I don't have like a nostalgic bone in my body for Mega Man. I never got into
Y'all probably wondering what that is.
Sorry, yeah, that's my Reese's.
That's fine. That's cool. So the next item is Mario Tennis Aces, new content that will be dropping on the 19th. Yeah, I already sold my game, so there's that. I don't really care. It's good for people.
I'm not playing it.
Yeah, I sold mine. I was not gonna let it sit in my house just collecting dust when I could get some money for it. And I managed to get another game, so that's cool. So yeah, I sold that and got a different game. I used the money for Tomb Raider and some other stuff anyway, so it benefited me. But let's see, it includes 4 new characters, which is gonna be Birdo, Shy Guy, Koopa Paratroopa, and PD Piranha, which will be playable and unlockable in the game. And then they're gonna have co-op challenges, a new mode that provides a bunch of online missions that are only available for a limited time. I don't know why, but whatever. And then some unlocked new outfits, color schemes, and more stuff. So that's cool. That's good. That's not a bad thing. Then Capcom finally got off their asses and decided to throw some nostalgia games your way. And it's the beat 'em up bundle. Is the beat 'em up bundle: Final Fight, The King of Dragons, Captain Commando, Knights of the Round, Warriors of Fate, Armored Warriors, and Battle Circuit. And that drops September 18th. I will be picking that up at some point. Not right away, but I definitely will be scooping that because I definitely need my beat 'em ups, and this is a good thing. So I was excited when I saw this. I was like, "Oh, they trying to answer to that Streets of Rage coming out? Trying to answer the Streets of Rage? You don't think I don't know? You don't think I didn't see that, Capcom? They trying to answer the street. They heard about Streets of Rage 4 coming out, and they're like, "Oh shit, we gotta beat this shit." So they came out with a bundle of all they crappy ass beat 'em ups. But I'm still gonna play them. I'm sorry, Capcom beat 'em ups are not all the greatest, but not all of them are bad.
I think
there's a few good ones in here. The Final Fight one definitely was on point. I love Final Fight to death, so, and Captain Commando, but the rest of those were not really big on my list. So it's whatever. It's a bundle, so I'm not gonna be mad about getting a bundle. You know.
I think that I'm all in because kind of like some stuff that me and you talk about a lot.
What's up, Miss K?
Like
Miss K in the house.
We grew up on stuff like Streets of Rage.
Right.
So I do have a nostalgic bone in my body for beat 'em ups, even if they're not good. Because
it's a guilty pleasure because some of them were so horrible, but you would still play them because you're just like, what is this? But I remember playing some horrible ones. Yes. And I was just like,
but it's just kind of like one of those things where if you grew up with this genre, you're just have this love like
for it.
I grew up on like beat 'em ups and platformers. That's mostly what I grew up on. So I want this just because I miss, like, we still have platformers. But we don't really mindless fun of beating stuff up. We don't really have beat 'em ups anymore.
Beat 'em ups. Yeah, they're not out there that much.
So like, I think I made a video about this. Like, I made a video about this some years ago about how I want Streets Race to come back, how I want that genre to come back. I liked, and I had a desire. This is how bad I was at this point in time. I had such a desire to go back to beat 'em ups that I bought that trash ass Anarchy Reigns on the PS3.
Oh no, did you?
I bought Anarchy Reigns on the PS3 because
I'm so sorry.
It was supposed to be like a modern version of the beat 'em up, and I was like, dang, yes, I really missed the genre.
I'll tell you this, Platinum Games, I give them credit for trying to keep the beat 'em ups alive in the modern age because their games are technically beat 'em ups for the most part.
Yes,
you know, they're like, but that one just
That one was not.
That's one we don't talk about. That one, it didn't exist.
That one was not it.
We don't talk about that one. That one didn't exist.
I took one for the team, man. It wasn't it.
She definitely did. I don't remember. She definitely did. You took one for the team with that one. Because I skipped all of that. I went all the way around the other side of the mountain on that one. I was like, nothing to see here, so we're gonna continue on. But beat 'em ups is like beat 'em ups are
Dynasty Warriors. That's the closest thing we have now to
the Dynasty Warriors is definitely it. Dynasty Warriors, and I would say the Devil May Cry is kind of beat 'em up ish. It's more Bayonetta and Devil May Cry are definitely like the more modern version of the beat 'em ups, and I can't wait because both of them are coming out again. We get 3 for Bayonetta, and we get freaking 5 now for freaking Devil May Cry. I don't know, but at least it's the real Dante and not that whatever that thing was. I don't know what it is. It wasn't Dante. I never called it Dante. It was always it. So moving on. New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe is going to drop January 11th next year. Don't know why this is here.
That ain't it.
I don't know why this is here.
I don't know why. Like, they're doing everything they can to not bring Mario Maker to the Switch. Like, just bring Mario Maker. That's the best 2D Mario they've made in a very long time.
Everybody wants Mario Maker, and I don't understand why they would. Nobody's going to play this. We have Odyssey. Nobody's gonna play this. Stop. Get out of here. Put the Mario Maker on there. People want Mario Maker. and if you're saying that is because you can't do the thing on the tablet or whatever, like, y'all can figure that out. You're Nintendo. You can figure that shit out.
You can figure this out. You got this.
You can figure it out. Put it in there. So one of my favorite games is the guilty pleasure, and it's the dumbest game ever in the world. Now I admit that to your face, but I don't care. Katamari Damacy. Oh my god. It is the stupidest game on earth. You essentially are supposed to be this star child, cousin, and they send you out into the world, to the earth, and they want you to make stars for the world or some shit. So you go to Earth, and all you do is you roll a bunch of junk around into a big ball, make it big enough for your father, cousin, whoever the fuck the guy is, the king, and he'll take your debris and throw it into the sky and make it a star. That's it. That's it. That is it. It is the stupidest. It sounds stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. You don't have to pretend. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's really dumb, but the gameplay is so funny and hilarious. So I'm totally getting it. I don't care what you say. So they're remastering it.
Look, I will never tell anybody what to do with their money, bro.
Quit pretending. You know it sounds stupid. It sounds stupid to me because when I first heard about it, because it was a small little underground craze when I was playing a bunch of games similar to something like this, and people were talking about Katamari Damacy. They had so many different versions, and I was like, "What is this freaking game?" So I looked it up, checked it out, purchased it, played it, and I don't know how I got caught and swept up into it. I was like, this is the stupidest game ever, but I kept playing.
Sometimes you just need like those weird.
Sometimes you just need
games.
that dumb, weird game just to kill some time. And I admit, like I said, I admit to your face, it's the stupidest thing on earth, but it's so much fun.
I bet you that would be a good stream game too.
So hey, if you can make something as stupid as this fun, congratulations.
I bet it would make a really good streaming game.
Probably so, yeah. So then I think they talked about some did they talk around this time they talked about Nintendo's online, which they're offering. We'll talk about that later, but with the online they did offer they offered the Nintendo Online includes NES games, so Nintendo has seen fit to introduce NES controls for your Switch. They cost $60 for two. Work wirelessly and charge by attaching them to the thing. And the only thing that, and I need you guys to understand one thing about these, is you can only purchase them if you get the online. You cannot get them any other way, and they only work with the NES games. So if you stop your online service, the controllers do not work with any other games, and you cannot get the controllers unless you purchase the online, which is $20 first. And then they want you to spend $60 to get it. So this is some weird, dumb thing. But we're moving on. We'll talk more. We'll talk more about that later. So Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee console bundle has been announced. I don't like them. They look kind of ugly to me. Unfortunately, that's just my opinion. They look ugly to me. But hey, more power to you.
I don't really like them either, to be honest.
The thing is like, I don't like it because like with the way the bundle looks on the dock, they just slapped on some kind of like, I don't know, overlay. They didn't even bother to give some colors, some kind of pizzazz, nothing. Just slap that on there, throw some colored Joy-Cons together, and we're done. And I'm just like, all right, cool. That's all you got going for you.
These special editions ain't it, man.
They ain't got the Nintendo magic that I
like. Nintendo used to make some fire special editions, bro, but these ones that they've been releasing
like
here lately,
during the 64 and GameCube eras, they had a lot of special editions that were awesome.
I mean, we didn't have that many, but even we had a couple ones that looked pretty nice. Like that one, 25th anniversary Mario joint was fire for the Wii.
But but I don't know. It's whatever. I guess they'll figure it out. So Diablo 3 Eternal Collection has been announced, and that'll drop November 2nd. And along with it, they November 2nd they will release Ganondorf Armor set for the game, and it looks good. It looks real good. It's I've never seen Ganondorf look any better outside of L'Oreal, outside of being L'Oreal Ganon.
I was about to say now.
Outside of being L'Oreal Ganon, you know what I was about to say. Girl, I told you, calm down. I got this. She's been jumping down my neck all this time.
L'Oreal Ganon is the ultimate Ganon.
He is. So I mean, he looks nice in this armor, but it ain't L'Oreal Ganon. So it's whatever. Give L'Oreal Ganon that armor, and we'll talk. We'll talk then. So Super Mario Party, it drops October 5th. That's awesome. Unfortunately, I'm not getting that. It requires co-op, and I won't have online, so that will be a pass for me.
It's a pass.
Town is a new game by Game Freak. It's an RPG. It supposedly drops in 2019. I am interested. I will keep my eye on it for the time being. Looks interesting. Has a cute art style to it, so we'll see how that goes. You interested in Town by any chance? You over here looking showing people.
I'm feeding my subscribers.
Are you now? Oh, okay. You're feeding them.
They want Reese's. I'm sharing.
She's sharing, but she's actually taunting y'all. You know y'all can't eat that, right? So she's taunting y'all. And by the way, y'all can see her on my screen, so she's taunting y'all too.
I am actually yes, I am interested in Town. I actually
taunting people.
I actually do like the way that it looks and the direction that they're going with it. Hey, let's go. Hey! But yes, I actually am interested in Town. That type of RPG is right up my alley. Sorry, y'all. And one of the things that I said that I wanted to see when we had our predictions and our wishes on Team Red, I said I wanted to see a new IP at this direct, and they gave it to me. So hey, I got what I wanted.
All right, she got what she wanted. So next on the list is City Skylines. It's out now, so you can play it. And that's cool. That's good. It's good. It includes all of the DLC up to this point, and it's out right now. So yeah, they added all the DLC. Good to go. Yay. I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it. I don't know. Cause I like making. I don't know. I like making cities and
games like that.
stupid things. So we'll see. I get into those games. The problem with those games is that either I'll get overly addicted to those games or I get tired of them fast. And I already have my addicted version game, which is Stardew Valley technically. So it's like I kind of don't really need City Skylines. So don't worry about what I'm doing. Leave me alone. I was just dancing for a minute there. Leave me alone. Now, Daemon X Machina. It'll be out 2019. I'm definitely looking forward to this game. We'll have to see what happens. Like, it's looking good. It reminds me of Zone of the Enders, and I love that game because it had mechs. You fly around and do all kinds of crazy stuff, missions and stuff. Then this one, you actually get to get out of the mech. I don't know. I don't remember getting out of my mech in Zone of the Enders that much, but I never did get to finish the game, so it's kind of unfortunate. So hopefully, I can finish this one. Hopefully, this will be my my little substitute.
Yeah, definitely. And to this because it. I know a lot of people get mad because people compare it to Xenoblade Chronicles X, but look, I didn't play mech games until Xenoblade Chronicles X, so that's the connection that I could make, but I'm interested.
Looks good. Yoshi's Crafted World, which is coming out spring of 2019. They keep pushing this stuff back. I'm getting upset.
I know. Bring Yoshi. I've been waiting.
We still waiting. We're gonna be waiting another couple of years. But Yoshi's Crafted World coming. It looks incredibly cute. It has a lot of interesting stuff. You can go forwards and backwards on the in the levels and stuff, which is unique and interesting. You can also go to the backgrounds and come back to the foreground. So they made it to where you can pretty much traverse the whole thing, front, back, sideways, up, down, left, right, all that good stuff. So that's what's up. Looks good, and I can't wait.
Yes, Yoshi looks good. I'm definitely looking forward. I'm looking forward to seeing what that game actually looks like in person. Because that game is like, it reminds me of like Yoshi Story. Because like Yoshi Story kind of had like that similar style too, where it's like everything looked like it was made out of like cardboard and paper and stuff. So I want to see what that's gonna look like. I think it's gonna look really nice.
Get my agua. I need to hydrate. This light sometimes over it gets so bright it makes you hot. But
you have like next on. Oh no, you use that
that little selfie. Yeah, selfie. Freaking $18, y'all. Selfie light, bright as it is. Look at how bright I look. Oh my god.
Yeah, Daniel.
But Asmodee.
They're super bright, so maybe something like that.
Forget that. I don't know. They're not as hot as the studio lights would obviously be, but it's definitely there. So we have Asmodee digital board games, various board games. I don't know when. Oh, they say they're coming to Switch between now and March 2019. So more games.
It's gonna be interesting because I don't know how much crossover there is really between tabletop gamers and people who actually play video games.
Right.
So it's gonna be interesting to see. Like,
it definitely will.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm not really interested, but I mean, for others, I hope that does become an interesting thing. So we'll see that. So Civilization, coming. So apparently, yeah. So Civilization coming November 16th. Yay. I think this is the version that's not that great from what I heard. There's people saying that this one wasn't the great version.
I hope they fix it because I heard it looks like it's looking a little suspect. So I hope they fix it so that it's an actually decent version. But one thing that I can say though is that I am glad that a lot of PC-ish games are coming to Switch because I like the PC and I really do like that a lot of these games are coming over. Like, I don't know. That's not my type of game, but like the type of games that I do like Warframe coming to Switch, I think is actually pretty awesome.
That's what's up. So, Starlink Battle for Atlas. We get the whole Yeah, pretty much.
Star
You get the
Fox
whole
Switch?
crew. The whole crew the whole crew is here because they announced everybody. Pepe, Falco, Slippy, we got Fox McCloud, and even freaking Wolf is in there. Like, so
I loved his little cutscene.
it was cute.
He's eating chicken. I always knew that something in Cornelia was terrible. So I was like, this white wolf, oh my god! Like, I'm not even like the biggest Star Fox fan, but I'm just like, ooh, that's exciting. They are making this game look so like, this is the Star Fox game we deserve.
It's the Star Fox game we deserve, and quite frankly, all the other versions of this game
don't matter. They don't matter.
You're not buying those versions. You're buying the Star Fox version. Period.
I'm getting Star Fox, aka Starlink. So I'm getting the Switch version. Yeah. No other version exists to me right now.
They do not. Like, they made Nintendo did a good job making sure nobody bought the other versions. That's for damn sure.
As far as I'm concerned, this is a next Star Fox game.
This is Star Fox. This is the real Star Fox we were supposed to get.
The one that was on the Wii U is...
Wait, what? There was one on the Wii U?
You're right. There was one. I don't remember that.
There was one? When was there?
You're right. I don't remember.
Okay, just checking. Just checking. I mean, last I checked, there wasn't one on the Wii.
You're right.
We didn't get a Star Fox. So.
You're exactly right.
Thank you. I know. So, The World Ends With You Final Remix New Story Segment drops October 12th. This is a game I played on the 3DS a long time back because I wanted something to do, and it looked interesting. It was I was actually, it was during the time I was fiending for some Kingdom Hearts, and then this came out, and I was like, this isn't Kingdom Hearts, but they look kind of Kingdom Hearts characterish, so I guess I'll check it out.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It was a good game. I didn't get to finish it, and I'm mad about that. So now I get to finish it, and I get to see it on TV because 3DS.
I never had a DS, so I never had a chance to play this game.
Them screens are like, yo, like, really this small? Come on, come on, fam. Like, even with the XL, it's still too small. Like, XLs are like just about that much bigger. Yay, I could see a little bit more. So, but it's a good game. I do recommend checking it out if you're interested in RPGs of the sort. But it's definitely interesting. Xenoblade Chronicles 2: Torna, the Golden Country, out now for expansion.
About this. Cause y'all already know it's no secret that I'm really not a big fan of Xenoblade 2. But this DLC looks way better than the main game, and I'm just like
I like the DLC. I'm tempted to is the DLC separate from the game?
Is it standalone DLC?
Okay, so as long as it's standalone, then yeah, the DLCs are more interesting than the main game to me.
This DLC
like every last DLC they've been dropping, I've been like, damn, I want to get those. But I don't want. But then it's like I don't want nothing to do with the main game. It just didn't interest me. The story looks stupid and stuff. It's mostly about big boob. You know, big boob bitches collecting on as many as you can, and I don't care to collect any of them heifers. Now, if they were Zells, by all means, I'll collect every last one. Or Skells, I should say. But I don't care about those. I don't know. I'm sorry. Xenoblade Chronicles X will always be the number one. Moving on.
I think if people who watch us at this point, I think they know the deal.
They know that. They know that. Yeah, you know the drill. We like Xenoblade Chronicles X. You can't change our mind. You'll never change our mind. It is what it is. Oh, but what about Xenoblade 1? Don't care. Didn't play it. Not going back. What now?
Exactly. That's how I feel.
What now? I just don't care. I'm not going back to play it. It was on the fucking Wii. And what do I look like going back? And you can't even find it anywhere. It's so damn expensive. The game is still expensive too. It's almost $90.
To be fair, you can get it for $20 on the Wii U Virtual Console, but I don't think you have your Wii U anymore. So it don't matter.
Probably not. Yeah.
I almost did it because I'm like, everybody keep talking about this game. Maybe I should check it out. But I don't care anymore. I just wait for Xenoblade Chronicles X2.
It's coming. We're getting it. I know we are. I'm holding on faith. They're gonna bring us 2. We're getting 2.
Cross for X2.
I deserve 2. With that crappy online, give me 2. Mm-hmm. Moving on. Nintendo then had a segment in which a bunch of exciting Nintendo Switch games got released. got release date. So Warframe is coming November 20th. Just Dance 2019 will be coming on October 23rd. FIFA 19 September 28th. Team Sonic Racing Winter of 2018 2019. So basically sometime between December and early next year.
Totally
NBA 2K19 is out now. NBA 2K Playgrounds 2, fall of 2018. They didn't give a date. And then Lego DC Supervillains will be October 16th. So I don't care about Just Dance anymore. I used to like it, but they're just recycling choreographs and slapping on a new song. Don't care. So just in case there's anybody who actually likes that, exactly what Ubisoft is doing with Just Dance now. They're slapping on the same choreographs. And then just throwing different music on it each time.
It's funny because like I have which version do I have on the Switch? I think it's 2017. I have
like they started doing it. They started doing this after 2014.
That was you know what? That was the last.
And that was the last good one. Because after when I picked up 15 and I saw one of my favorite choreographs from 14 with a new song, I said you gotta be kidding me if you thought I didn't notice this.
Yeah.
Then I had a friend who had the 16 and I checked that out, and then obviously I was working at freaking GameStop at that point, so I could check out the other ones, and they all had, and I've seen plenty of the different choreographs some that were my favorite, some I hated to death, and they just slapped a new song on, and I was like, no. So they're just recycling the choreographs with new songs.
You know what's funny? Like I have Just Dance 2017 because I haven't played a Just Dance since 2014, and I found myself because like when you get a new Just Dance game, they let you get like the free trial of like the Just Dance Unlimited, so you can go back and do like the old ones from like a long time ago and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I found myself like doing a lot of routines that weren't even from like the base game. They were just like older stuff.
I got something for you guys.
What's up?
I got something for you. If you want to play Just Dance and you want to play Just Dance technically for free and you don't want to have to deal with buying a system, go to Just Dance. I think it's justdance.com or something. You can put download it on your app, phone app. And you can put it on your TV. It'll go to your TV. You just dance, just like that.
Really?
Just dance
for free?
Yeah. Technically, because there's you have to gain a certain amount of points or whatever to unlock other songs. But they have a good variety of songs that are already unlocked. I played that for a little while, and I was like, this is decent. But I don't like Just Dance anymore, so I ended up deleting it eventually. Yeah. But it was a good setup because all I did is you just go to your computer. You just go to the Just Dance. I think it's justdance.com or something. I gotta find out what it is. Let me find out what it is with the name of it, but I'm pretty sure it's justdance.com. You go there and they have a list of all these different songs and stuff. People make choreographs and stuff and upload them to the site and all this other stuff, so you won't ever have any of the same stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the better way to play Just Dance if you actually care.
I don't think I'm gonna be getting any more Just Dance games for a long time.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it. They're basically doing what all the musical games, the musical band games, and just kind of milking them each year and not doing anything new to them. So they're gonna get old.
Yeah.
And we won't see them anymore. So moving on, Final Fantasy on Nintendo Switch, various ones. So you're gonna get Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered. It comes out 2019. Final Fantasy Pocket Edition, which comes out now. You're gonna get World of Final Fantasy Maxima, which comes out November 6th. Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon. Winter of 2018-19. Final Fantasy The Zodiac Age 2019. Then Final Fantasy 7 2019. Then Final Fantasy 9 2019. Then Final Fantasy 10 and 10 to 2019 as well. So yeah, Square Enix is jumping on the boat.
Square Enix is going all in right now. They're like,
Square Enix,
what? We're just gonna
Square
put all
Enix
our Final Fantasy.
This is Square Enix. Square Enix is like beat 'em up bundles. Nah, family. RPGs.
Final Fantasy bundles. Bam.
They said forget your beat 'em up bundles, Capcom. We got Final Fantasy, separate shits coming out throughout the year.
That's hilarious.
Not a bundle. But
they probably have confidence now because Octopath Traveler has been one of the best sellers for the Switch.
It's been doing good, so they see, okay, we got an audience. Let's bring some real stuff to the table. Even though I would still say Octopath is real, but I'm just, they're more well-known titles. So that's good.
Tony Kaname Kiran says that Final Fantasy Pocket Edition is currently #1 digital download on the Switch eShop.
I don't doubt that. That's nice.
That's wild.
That's good.
I mean, I'm not interested in a Pocket Edition. I would rather play like the main Final Fantasy.
The real one. But I don't care.
That bodes well for Square Enix.
Yeah. Like, I know me, I didn't play the original one. I couldn't on PS4, so I wasn't going to play it on here.
I want to play it on the PC.
I'm glad that they have.
I haven't had money like that, so I have to get it.
So then we come to this Super Smash Bros. Ultimate bundle, which is trash. It looks like trash. I'm sorry.
Weak. It's like, what is up with these weak special editions? These are weak.
Like they slapped on some Smash Brother characters on the front of the thing. The controller has the freaking Smash logo.
I kind of like the controller just a little bit. I kind of like the controller. I don't like the actual console though.
You do realize the controller is just a plus sign on one side and a line on the other.
Oh, no, not the Joy-Con controller. I'm talking about the Pro controller. The Joy-Con controller is trash.
They don't have a Pro. Oh, the Pro controller.
The Pro controller. Okay, I actually like the monochromatic two-tone joint.
Yeah,
because my Xenoblade controller is kind of like that. But
I was about to go off on you. Like,
no, that
like
Joy-Con controller is garbage.
That is garbage. They had
you
a plus
can literally put a decal on it and do the same thing.
That's all that is.
Literally
a decal. All you gotta do, I shit you not, if you purchase that bundle and you scrape that thing, I shit you not, that stuff will come off.
Yes.
It's a decal. And they spent 20 cents. I was about to go off. Yes, I was. Yes, ma'am.
She was like,
huh?
Be like,
Alex, that was a serious Alex moment, huh? Like, he needs to be here for that, huh? So Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Isabelle comes to the Smash Bros. Lineup. Not a surprise. It was kind of like when they were showing Isabelle, I was like, okay, they're gonna put her in Smash. I was not surprised about that.
I'm not gonna lie.
Tom Nook comes in, and I was like, so we finally get our Animal Crossing.
Well, before we go there, I have to give my complete thoughts on how my mind was processing this moment. Okay, so they went to Isabelle, and I was like, okay, finally, Animal Crossing fans are finally gonna get what they've been screaming for a year and a half. And then they announced that she's coming to Smash, so that was kind of annoying. I'm not even an Animal Crossing. Yes, and I'm not even like a big Animal Crossing fan or anything. But it's like, I felt trolled. I was like, they can't possibly be this.
I couldn't fall for that.
They can't possibly be this close-minded to not know that people have been begging for an Animal Crossing. To have a Smash reveal.
I couldn't fall for that. The only reason I could. First of all, you have Animal Crossing on their freaking phone. Any game we see on the phone, any phone edition game is going to eventually come to the mainstream Switch.
And I knew that they were making an Animal Crossing, but I thought
So like, second of all, I'm just like, I'm like, the freaking villager's already in the game, so they're gonna probably introduce another character. Yeah. Maybe, don't know when, but when. And then when I saw, then they was like, oh, you got Mel. I'm like, and then the dude comes in, he's like, you have Mel. I'm like, oh, he's gonna be a Smash character, whatever. Then they start talking, then they do their little thing, and I'm like, well, whatever. Animal Crossing next, and make the announcement.
Tom Nook was like,
he comes up, he's like, something for these guys to come down. I was like, good, give me my fucking announcement. And then they say Animal Crossing 2019. I was like, okay, cool.
And this will be my first Animal Crossing.
This will be mine too.
Believe it or not, Nintendo has so many IPs. A lot of people haven't really played them.
Hold on, Nia. This is gonna be your first. Hold on, Nia. This is your first Animal Crossing. How you gonna get mad about?
Wait a minute. How I get mad about what?
No, that's just. There's gonna be somebody, because we both said this will be our first Animal Crossing. So they're gonna ask us, how you gonna get mad that they didn't announce no Animal Crossing, because even though they did, they're just gonna ask you why you mad about it. You never played it before. How you know you gonna like the game? Don't worry about it. I know what I like.
Exactly. Stop pocket watching.
Don't worry about it.
People
I know what I like.
Watching.
I'm not your. We're not your typical gamers. We're not the gamer types that talk. We talk and we play.
Exactly.
Big difference. Case in point, we just got finished with some Tomb Raider and some Spider-Man not too long ago.
Exactly.
I know what I like. And I'm gonna like some Animal Crossing, because I want to just go in there and
I just never had an opportunity to play Animal Crossing because it was either on a platform that I wasn't interested in.
They were always on. They were on a platform. Yeah.
Cause like GameCube was around the time when I was in sports. Like I was like a honor roll student. I was getting ready to go to college. Like I had a lot of stuff going on. So there's a lot of GameCube stuff I didn't play because I didn't have a GameCube. I didn't get a GameCube until like a couple of months before the Wii came out.
Yeah.
So I missed out on a lot of stuff. And Animal Crossing came out on the 3DS, and I was like, I really don't want to play this on the 3DS. Like, those are I don't feel like games that you pour
traveling
hours into. I just didn't want to. I don't know, like 3DS. I have like this love-hate relationship with 3DS. Like I love the 3DS because of the games that it has. But if I play it for too long, then my hands hurt. So it's like I don't want to play a game like Animal Crossing where you want to pour hours in.
You'd be sitting like this.
Yeah. So it's like I don't really want
your wrists hurt.
So
not fun.
You know.
So before we go to our final topic, we're just gonna kind of go over a few things with the Nintendo Online, just to give you guys a overlying understanding of it to make a good and informed decision. But for the most part, I'm just gonna talk about the major things that people were mostly concerned about. And the thing is that we know that everybody wanted cloud saves, and unfortunately, cloud saves is a half-assed job with Nintendo. So where cloud saves on the Xbox is free, if you didn't know that, you don't have to pay for it. It's completely separate from the online service. And on the with the Sony PlayStation, you get to keep your save files upwards of 6 months if your subscription expires. With Nintendo, as soon as your subscription expires, you lose your save files. Wow. All of them. Wow. So you need to know that, because that's not getting around enough for people to know. On top of that, not all titles will be mandatory under the, for you to have cloud save. So you have Splatoon, does not have cloud save, and that's a major first-party game title, and you can't do a cloud save. And there's other other games as well.
I can understand if some third-party developers don't want to make that a thing, because I mean, ultimately, if you're a third-party developer, it's your choice. But if you're Nintendo,
hold on.
Maker, yes.
Before you continue,
okay.
This is my gripe with the third parties on that argument.
Right.
They're doing it on the other systems. True. You have cloud saves on the other system.
That's
so why are you not allowing it on the Switch?
That's true.
When you're doing it on the others, you're already doing it on board, but you decided on Nintendo you don't want to do that. What is the why? That's my issue. So I'm holding them accountable.
I have no rebuttal, because that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yep. So that's my issue with that. But continue.
But my whole thing is that if you are the console maker, you are the one who is expecting your users to pay for the service. You should be 100% behind what you're setting out to do, because when you don't do that, you're making it look like you don't have confidence in your own online network. So how can you expect us as consumers to be comfortable giving you money for cloud saves when you're not even backing it 100%? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't, it's not a good look. It makes me personally feel uneasy to know that, like, let's say I'm really excited for Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 comes out. I spend about 40 hours playing that game. I can't back up my saves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the fact that, like how Alex said it on Team Reddit, it's a coin flip whether or not there's gonna be a Nintendo game that may or may not support cloud saves. I don't like that. I want to know that my saves are gonna be secure, and to know that Nintendo is not standing behind this 100%. It really makes me uneasy. I don't like it. It's already bad enough that this is the only option that we have because Nintendo has chosen to block local backups on the Switch, so this makes it even worse. And I said it on Twitter, and I'll say it now because I don't think that I've officially said this on like video, but I think that it is extremely anti-consumer to make people pay for something or to put something behind a paywall because that's the only option. Like, I think it's incredibly anti-consumer and greedy of Nintendo to put cloud saving behind a paywall and then on the flip side disable local backups on the Switch itself. Like, I feel like it's a money grab move, and a lot of people are saying that I'm overreacting because I don't want to pay for this online. Well, it's already bad, but this whole cloud saving thing, which was supposed to be like the big feature, what we're actually really paying for, like for that to not be there worth 100%, I'm just like, I can't in good faith get behind this because of principles. Like, and Ruby Sakurai is going off in the chat right now because she's saying we're lying. We're not lying because this is on the Nintendo website.
On their website.
It's on the Nintendo website that cloud saving only works for certain games. Okay.
So there's that.
And a lot of people think that I'm overreacting, but it's like, first of all, I don't pay for online for anything. I don't pay for PSN. I don't pay for Xbox Live. The only reason why I have access to PSN, PS Plus games is because Daniel pays for it, but I don't pay for it for my own money. And my PS4 is a completely offline console, unless I'm using Daniel's PlayStation when he pays for it. And my Switch is about to be an offline console. It's not because, but I will say this, even though I don't pay for PSN, at least what Sony provides for you gives you some semblance of value. Like, I don't agree with charging for online because I shouldn't have to pay to use my own internet, especially when you're not giving me anything like dedicated servers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's okay to pay for online, to charge people for online. But if you will, at least give them some semblance that their money is going to something worthwhile. At least with PlayStation Plus, you do have the added value of having cloud saves and being able to keep your cloud saves for up to 6 months, even after you subscribe, before they completely take you off their servers. At least with PlayStation Plus, they do allow you to get free games and deals and stuff every month with your subscription. And then, you know, of course, they allow you to stream your games and stuff like that. Like, that is some semblance of value that comes with the service. And the same thing with Xbox Live. Now, you can't be charging people. I don't care how cheap it is. You can't charge people for something they're already doing. So you're telling me that you're charging me $20 to do something I've been doing already for almost 2 years?
Because you're not giving us anything. You're not giving a means to save our backup. You're not, because most of the games we want to save our stuff on, they don't have the backup to save it on. So there's that. Then the games you're offering us, oh, let me tell you, the games they're offering us for the online service, you have to do weekly check-ins. If after 7 days you do not check in, you lose those games. You don't get to keep them for life. Yes. So there's that, and that is on the website.
So remember when everybody was up in arms about how the Xbox One was gonna require like check-ins for games? Nintendo's doing that now. So at that time we all agreed as a community that we weren't cool with that. So if that's happening, why are some people out there okay with this now? It's
okay to do it now.
If I'm paying for it, it's mine.
Yep.
At least that's how I feel about it.
I'm paying for, even if I'm paying for a service, the service should allow me to keep what I'm paying for over the it should allow me to keep what I'm paying for. If I purchase a service between this time and that time, whatever I purchase between those times, I should keep. You shouldn't take that away from me immediately after, or if I don't check in at a certain time, or after my subscription expires, because you know what's going to happen with this cloud save stuff, and I shit you not. Think about this. Everybody generally has a credit card. They're going to have their credit card set to renew their for a Nintendo. And you know, any number of things can happen. Something can happen to your credit card to where it doesn't register the payment on time. And guess what just happened? You lost all your save files. You lost everything. You don't get to keep those games because maybe you went outside of they don't have any internet, and you're within that time frame where you need to check in on that 7th day, and you just lost all your games. You need to take into account that some people do join the military. They might have a Switch. Exactly. They might take it with them, and they may not be able to play it. And this is the same situation we had with the Xbox. With the Xbox One, when it first came on, the situation where you had to constantly check in, where you couldn't get some stuff, you can't trade this and that. This is the same fucking thing, and you're gonna let Nintendo bend you over the couch and take it. That's what you're doing.
And here's the thing too, what Nintendo is offering for the Switch, like, we're getting less features than what we were getting for free. On the Wii, you could message your friends. On the Wii, we had Netflix. On the Wii, we had an internet browser. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the Wii, we had gifting for friends. And as much as people crap on the Wii U, and I was one of the ones who crapped on the Wii U's online because it was so bare bones. But on the Wii U, you could video chat with your friends. You could send messages to people on Miiverse. It had an activity log and an activity feed, okay? Like, there's so many things that we were getting for free that aren't even on the Switch.
You even had the video chat. You even had the video chat, that little video.
And like, yes, like when Daniel and I were long distance, we used to use Wii U chat to talk to each other and see each other because we didn't see each other a lot before we moved in together. So how do you offer this stuff for free and don't transfer it over to the Switch?
Someone in chat, hold on. Tiger, listen to me real carefully, Tiger. So Tiger King says, maybe the service will be adjusted as it goes on. We will see when it goes live on the 18th. They had 2 years since they announced this to fix it. Do you go into a store to buy a product after being told that this product will be coming to the store at this date time? Do you go into that store, buy that product, and go home and find that it doesn't work as intended? And do you keep it and wait until they come out with a better version of it to go and buy that again or something? Or do you not take it back to the store and be like, why is my not working? Hello? I don't understand the mentality behind the whole, oh, well, it'll get better.
But
I know it will get better. We know it will get better, hopefully. But the thing is, the thing is, they had 2 years to fix it now, to make it presentable now, and we're not even getting half. We're not even getting a third. We're not getting damn near a thing that the other guys got for 60 fucking bucks, and we're getting $20 cheap. They're being cheap on purpose because they know they're not giving you shit.
Exactly.
They ain't giving you a damn thing.
Here's the way that I feel about the whole price point thing. The price point thing is a ploy. Because they know they're not offering us anything. But if they can give, so what they're giving us is artificial value. They're like, oh, well, the other guys are charging 60, but we're only charging 20. We're literally giving you nothing.
And we're taking stuff away.
And people are okay with that. Like, well, it's only $20.
It's only $20.
That's not like, but it's not $20 worth of stuff. That's nothing. The point.
Essentially, what you're doing is you're paying $20 just to get online. Just to get online. Nothing else.
You're basically
forget
paying
the cloud save
just to play online.
Just to get online. Just to play the games that you purchased already online. You're not getting anything extra. And I know the other guys, you know, with the other guys it's the same thing, but you get extra. You get more. There's bang for your buck. But with this one, you literally are just paying $20 a year to get online. To play Mario Kart or tennis or Splatoon, but you don't get to save your shit. You can't keep the supposedly free games they give you. After 7 days, boof, they gone. Bye,
Coupon.
Felicia.
Ruby says that we are
I don't
entitled.
I don't care.
Yes, I am entitled.
I don't care.
You're asking me for money. I'm a
entitled.
consumer. Yes, I am entitled. I'm entitled to have the same things that I had for free when I'm paying. I'm entitled to have some type of chat. I'm entitled to have messaging. I'm entitled to have some type of activity log. I'm entitled to have gifting, because these are things that Nintendo has had before for free. Just take that stuff and bring it over here.
That's all I'm saying.
It's not hard. They've done it before.
That's where my argument is. It's like, I'm mad because you've done it already.
You've done
that.
You've already
did it already.
You had
video chat. You did
bring
voice
it
chat.
over.
You did all of this shit
You've
already.
Done it. They had it on the DS.
Hold on.
They had voice chat on the DS.
Put it like this. This is why I'm mad.
For free.
Each time we get into a new generation, they take more away.
They take
even
more
though
away.
Even though we got this gaming on the go where you can put it on your TV and you can take the Switch on the go. That's great, but what have they taken away from? We don't have voice chat anymore. We don't have the video chat. We don't get to talk on the Miiverse theme. We don't have messages. We don't have gifting. They took away the crossplay fucking buy shit.
Yep.
Remember the cross buy shit?
And
Where's that at?
remember download play? Remember, like, if a game, like, there's like select games that had download play. So if somebody had a game, even if you didn't have the game, you could still play with that person through download play. Remember that? They took that away.
I'm entitled. But I'm a fucking entitled.
I am
gamer.
entitled.
And you
and
damn
I
right.
am. And I am.
And you dang all right. I am not ashamed about it. If I am a consumer and you are a company and you're selling me a product and your product stinks, your product is shit, you're damn right my money's staying in my pocket.
Money.
You don't get my money.
You're
so
not
yes, I'm
getting
entitled.
my money. So it doesn't matter.
I'm not sorry about it.
So just like my PlayStation, my Nintendo Switch will remain an offline console. Period. Until I see some improvements, my Switch will be an offline console. Period.
And I'll tell you this: we'll give Nintendo praise where praise is due. We've done it before, but this ain't it. And if you decide to go and get online, that's your problem. Do so.
I'm not gonna tell them what to do with their money, but I know what I'm not doing with my money.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's your prerogative to do so, but understand you condone the anti-consumer practices and corporate greed. You condone it by allowing them to dip into your pockets. I can't do it anymore. I was going to get and this is the funny thing. I already knew Nia was never going to get it. She already has specifically told me that. I was one of you peoples that was going to go and be like, well, you know, going to all get it anyway. But as soon as I heard about the 7-day check-ins and the fact that as soon as your stuff expires,
and then
your online expires,
and some games don't have cloud saves, I was like, I know I'm done.
Well, I knew about the some games not having cloud save, but most of those games I didn't really care because I already backed up and on pawn backup because I have double backup. But at the same time, when I found out that the cloud saves was just going to be erased and everything, and you got to check in every 7 days, I was like, you know what? Gaming is not a job to me. Maybe to other people who get money and get donations and stuff, but it's not a job to me, and I'm not doing it for that. I'm not spending 20. I can use that $20 to get another game and enjoy my time. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you guys want to get the online and it benefits you, if there's a benefit for you, by all means, do you, boo boo. But don't go griping at me and Mia. Want to save our money.
I will not support anti-consumerism, and I will not support corporate greed. Because if you are a company who has shown that you can do more and you don't, it's showing me that it's not that you can't, it's just that you refuse to. You're making the choice not to do better. So if you don't care, I don't care, and I will keep my money in my pocket. And that's how I feel about that.
Yeah. So like I understand where you're coming from. Basically saying that, you know, the DNA guys who they hired or whatever, maybe they got some more stuff along the line. And That's cool and dandy, and you have to listen closely to what we're saying. We understand. We know that throughout the course of the online service, something else might come along the lines that they might add to the service.
Forever, but it's trash now.
But right now, it's not worth my $20. Sorry. I'm sorry. Not sorry. If you feel bad, if you're mad about it, if you feel like we're entitled, we are.
I'm very entitled.
We already expressed that. We are, and I don't care what you think about that. If you are a consumer, you are entitled to good product. If the product is bad, you should not spend the money on the product. That is what entitlement is.
Yes, exactly.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, girl. You preaching.
So if
I'm a consumer, yes, I am entitled because I'm giving you money. So yes,
I'm giving you my money.
I am
We're
entitled.
making a trade. It's called trading.
And it's not a fair trade. Is this a fair trade? Is this a fair trade?
It's a fair trade. I don't feel like the $20 that I have to give you for nothing, for just to pay you so I can use my internet that I already got.
Thank you.
To be online. That is not worth the $20.
And like I said, my Switch will remain an offline console, and I will play my PC more because on PC I don't have to pay to use my own internet. So I was already going more to PC anyway.
Yeah.
So hey, it is what it is. Until
Nintendo
makes some improvements, my money stays in my pocket.
So I'm gonna tell y'all right now. So it's 16th, right? Hold on. Tomorrow is the 17th. So tomorrow is the last day I will be fine with you guys. Enjoy that.
Yes.
You won't see me no more.
Y'all won't see me on Mario Kart Mondays, guys.
So hopefully Minnie will be able to make it tomorrow. That'll be the last time.
That'll be the last time y'all will be seeing me.
Alex will be there. He said he's gonna continue to do things, so that's cool on him. But for me and Nia, it's just not worth it. And I know we seem like we overreacting, but I'm sorry. This is just like
that's how I feel.
It irritates me because it just irritates me because I feel Nintendo could do better. They had 2 years to do it. They made an announcement about their online. We all were skeptical for the most part. I know I was skeptical for the most part. I had a little faith. I gave them. They had plenty of time to fix it. This is what they're doing. They're saying that their online is trash. It's $20 for you to play your own games online for nothing because you're not getting anything. But somebody will find some use for it. I don't know. Whatever. More power to you. But this will be the last Mario Kart that I play this coming Monday. But we're gonna go to this final topic real quick and then close out our session here and call it a day. But but no disrespect to anyone in the chat. You know, just as a heads up, no disrespect, but that's just the way
that's just the way I feel. Out there who wants to buy it or supporting it, but don't get mad at me because my principles are what they are. I will not support companies when they get too big-headed. I don't do it for Microsoft. I don't do it for Sony. I don't do it for Valve. So I'm not gonna do it for Nintendo. So I will not go against my principles. Just to continue. Like, here's my thing with gamers. I'm sorry, Coupon.
These days, go ahead.
Here's my thing with gamers these days that I really loathe. Gamers these days are so into their hobby that they can't just be patient and wait for something to improve before they start dishing out that money. Like, y'all can't just. I'm gonna say we because I know I've done it before in the past. But we can't just hold on to our money until we get what we want. And that's the reason why these gaming companies feel like they can just do whatever they want. And I'm taking a stand and I'm not giving them my money. So you can give them your money, but I'm not giving them my money.
And here's the thing. Just because you have an opinion that's different from others, and stuff doesn't mean that you can pressure them into changing that opinion.
Exactly.
And if they're so easy, and if that person is so easy to change on their opinion because of something you said or something you are pressuring them into, I would kind of not be. I mean, would you really respect us if we were like, oh well, okay, Ruby, yeah, you're right, you know? And shout out to you, Ruby, for feeling the way you do. I understand, it's cool, but for us, I just think if more gamers, literally more of us, just stop spending and really put it to these guys and let them really understand that this shit ain't right, we would get a lot more of what we deserve as gamers, because we've been we deserve more. And you know why? Because they've been raping us all this time. They've been taking money from us through microtransactions and loot boxes and all these different underhanded schemes. Do you know right now that they literally psychologists that work in their fucking studios to help them understand the mind so they can get more money out of pocket?
Exactly.
Do you know this? Do you really research gaming today? Modern gaming today is literally a psychological attack.
Yes, it is.
It is a psychological attack. Look at all the freaking games with certain types of microtransactions and stuff in it, and go find out all the people behind it, and you will find a psychologist in there just somewhere.
Like you were talking about how like the sound there's a sound that it makes when you like purchase something. It's kind of like it's like a psychologically like gratifying sound that it makes
it's
you
just
want
like
to
a slot
money.
machine. It's like a slot machine. Da-da! Oh, you won. Cool. I want to try again.
Yeah.
That's what they know. These things. Think about the patents that Activision had and freaking EA has, trying to the live services. They're trying to steer us toward a gaming, psychological gaming warfare, I guess, if you want to call it that, where they can control how you play the game, not how we get to play it. And none of this stuff that's in these games has to be there. They chose to put it in there. They're making the choice to do it. So if we don't buy those games, they're gonna find out they're losing money, and they're gonna be like, well, these games ain't working. We can't get no money out of these games. So maybe we should start actually making games that are good, like God of War, Spider-Man, stuff like that. Because they're not gaming companies anymore. EA hasn't been a gaming company for years. Look at all the all the developers.
A casino right now.
Look at the developers they have gotten rid of over the years, and tell me they're still a game company with their practices. They're not. They are a casino that hires people who make games for their casino.
So their video games are just virtual casinos.
They're just virtual casinos, and these freaking companies, and that's why the freaking these foreign nations out here are starting to jump on the freaking bandwagon, because we gonna segue over to Finland. Begins investigating.
Yeah, you let you slide into that segue. Yes.
Just go slide.
Electric slide to the segue.
So Finland begins investigating loot box practices. So everybody knows that Belgium has been on the freaking forehead, the neck of the loot box fiasco going on. Finland has suddenly, jumped out of the freaking worth, has peeked its head up and looking around. So this article says Finland has begun investigating of loot box systems in video games, as reported by the Helsingin Satmort. Finnies, or I should just say Finnies, the largest print newspaper in Finland. Loot boxes have been part and parcel of some video games for over a decade. The early days of these systems were used in free-to-play games, and but the last few years have seen them creep into regular games like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Overwatch, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and many others. A number of investigative bodies in different governments have undertaken investigation into the legality of these systems and whether or not they run afoul of gambling regulations. The state of Hawaii and the United States and the Netherlands have begun a movement on some sort of regulation, and Belgium's decision on the matter have Blizzard Entertainment to remove the ability to buy loot boxes from Heroes of the Storm and Overwatch in that country. Belgium's Gaming Commission has even begun the steps for a legal action against Electronic Arts over their decision not to comply with the ruling of loot boxes as gambling. Finland appears to be the next country to begin investigating these practices. And in accordance with their statement, they have 4 conditions that must be satisfied for a loot box system to be considered gambling in that country. And for the first one is loot boxes can be purchased partly or entirely with real world money. Second, players do not know what they will receive in the box, so basically random. The box or its contents can be exchanged for real world money, either through the game's publisher or through a third party, and the publisher of the game does not have a lottery license. In short, it seems that the primary condition for these systems to run afoul of the law in Finland is the ability to make real-world money on them for the time being. And just as a heads up, Belgium has already filed their claims, and they're going to court with EA, as we know right now. And what they have already said is that if the ruling should be in the favor of EA, then they're going to go back and start making laws that actually implements loot boxes as gambling.
Yeah.
So it's a lose-lose situation all around the board. So if EA does win against their lawsuit, then the Belgium law is they're just gonna change the law. They're just gonna change the law. They're just like, okay, we'll just change the law and we'll make it to where loot boxes are, not a thing. So
these countries are getting serious about these loot boxes.
They're serious.
Yeah.
And if the European Union jumps on them, then the United States are going to jump on, like other countries too. And if the United States is the only, because they're gonna be the last ones for the most part.
The United States benefits way too much from these corporations on the
I know they do, but it's going to be a different subject. It's going to be different. It depends on certain things. I think there's a lot of underlining that would force United States to actually follow that. But like, if you think about it on this term, like let's just say everybody in the world, they can't use boxes but the United States. Then they're going to keep it over here. People in the United States are going to get pissed off that we're the only ones that still have to deal with loot boxes. That's going to hit ahead, and then the government's going to have to jump on board at some point. That's just a what if scenario. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen. But this is good news. I like it. I'm okay with it. Keep fighting the good fight, Finland, Belgium,
Finland.
Hawaii. All y'all keep fighting the good fight. Do God's work. Like do some, please and thank you, because I'm sick and tired. Like for me, for the most part, my stance has been, for the most part, I've been trying to stay away from games that have loot boxes in it. Obviously, I've been playing Overwatch, and that's pretty much the only one I've touched since. So we'll see how things go from there. But amen to that, sister. I'm just glad this getting some, getting noticed. So
shout outs to anti-consumerism, am I right?
Yeah, it doesn't work all that. And you know what's funny about this whole thing? That the gaming industry had so much time to fix their loot box systems and microtransactions to be more consumer friendly, and they could have also fixed their games to not be so heavily reliant on their like ecosystem that they have, where they make money. Because first of all, we know that they hype up, so they make it harder for you to unlock the free unlockables. So you feel forced and coerced into their stores to purchase their products and stuff to maybe get past. And what 2K said something stupid the other day. They said something like,
and that's like an unfortunate reality or something like that.
Yeah, unfortunate reality that, this is how gaming is and stuff. And it's like, how is it unfortunate? You guys are the ones that make these games. All you have to do is turn off the damn microtransactions. But we know you make hand over fist with it. So what you could do,
especially in those sports games.
Yeah. So what you could do is make it to where people who play the game and don't want to be forced into buying stuff, you could make it fairly, not easier, but fairly less grindy. You're the ones making these games grindy. They're making it sound like they have. You don't have to do anything. Freaking WB in Shadow of the freaking what was the game called? The freaking
Shadow of
Mordor. Yeah, they took their loot boxes out and then they had to recalibrate the game because guess what? The grind was on purpose hard.
Exactly. That's crazy.
We've been telling y'all that for centuries. We knew this.
That's why
we knew that you had to up the grind. They do it. That's what they do on the mobile game. In the mobile market, it crashed at one point and people stopped buying those games because it was oversaturated. It's coming back, and it came back, obviously. Just people who play mindless games because they don't care. But now they're trying to bring that mindlessness to our games on console and on PC. Look at the games we're seeing these days. They're fairly mindless. You either go in and you're constantly doing the same shit over and over and over, grinding. You get anything. Then you go to the fucking store to buy whatever the hell they want you to buy to speed up the game or to get past this level or to get stronger or something. And then finally you're able to progress in the game a little bit more until you get another grindy session of it. You really think that's something that they didn't design themselves? They're the ones making the game. Appeared in the game out of nowhere. Like, what?
Like, they designed the game to be this way.
They designed the game
to kind of push people over the edge.
Push you toward they're like, okay, because you'll play a game and you'll get sick and you'll get tired of it. Me personally, if I get to a point where I can't get abandoned the game, I'm not going to your free store.
I'm the kind of person like I grind it out. Like, hey, if I gotta play this game for 300 hours and not pay no money, that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm sorry,
I don't do
I have a limit. I have a limit. When I have my limit of grindiness in a game, that game gets abandoned and I don't look back. I don't care. So you can push me all you want. All you're gonna do is push me off your game.
Exactly.
And then all I'm gonna say is be like, no, trash game. You'll be grinding for fucking hours. If you like grinding, that's cool on you. But if you don't like grinding, that game is trash.
I play MMOs, so I know how to not spend no money. Look, if I gotta keep doing this, I'ma do it because I used to spend no money.
We come from an era where games had
exactly,
but they were reasonable grind.
Yeah,
they're reasonable grinds, like, and you unlocked everything in the and you unlocked everything in the game. Think about it. These games today, they're making it to where it's like a job. You have to check in. You got to grind for a few hours to unlock something. And if you can't unlock it, guess what? You grind long enough so you can get coin, the in-game currency, to purchase whatever you. And if that ain't gonna work, guess what? Pull out your own wallet.
I'm good.
It's a job. Gaming is a job now, literally. Some people are doing it for that, but like the inside the game itself, they have to make an ecosystem ecosystem for you to come in. So what they do is when you first play the game, it seems fairly easy. They give you your tutorial, they let you go and have a little bit of fun and get you into the game. And then once you get to a certain point in the game, on purpose, the game switches on and your grind begins. And you won't notice. Not right away. And then it continues to up the grind and up the grind and up the grind. And if we're to believe that that these patents haven't been used yet, which I'm pretty sure they're using them now, they're using their psychological warfare on you and all that other stuff to go into their stores and all that stuff. If these gamers who play these sports games literally went cold turkey and stopped buying these games, do you know how much money these people would lose? They would lose a lot of money, and you would get a better game for it, because if you told them flat out, we're not buying any more of these trash games till you take that crap out, and they notice that they're not getting anybody.
And a lot of people are slowly but surely really complaining about the way they do stuff in 2K, because I have friends who play 2K and they're just like, man, this stuff is getting
stop buying it. Stop buying the game. That's all I can tell you to do. You have to talk with your wallet. At this point in this day and age, we have to
if you're not talking with your wallet, you ain't talking. That's really the bottom line these days.
I mean, you may not like it, but you put the game anyway.
That's what I was talking about earlier when we were talking about Nintendo Switch Online. Like, gamers are so impatient. We can't just wait it out.
We can't wait.
We have to have that thing as soon as it come out. And we don't speak with our wallet because we're impatient.
Like, my thing is, really look at yourselves. Really, like, we know ourselves better. We are who we are. Look at what you're doing on a daily basis. Look at how much time you're spending on your Switch, online and offline, and ask yourself, honestly and truly, will you really need online right now? Do you really need Nintendo's online right now? What games have the online co-op? Are you even playing them online and on co-op? Right. Do you really need those games? For me, I only play, for the most part, Mario Kart online and Overcooked. But we already beat the game, so that's good. We're good with it.
We're good.
There are other games that I could play online that I have in my arsenal, but I've never played them online because I like the single player version of it, and I don't really need to play online with someone. So if I was to look at all the games I played online on my Switch, it is
if you're honest with yourself, you would be like, I could probably wait.
You will look at it differently, and I had to look at that. I was like, I had to think about it. I was like, damn, I only play Mario.
Exactly, because you gotta think Exactly, because like when you think about it, like we as gamers, especially hardcore gamers who we really follow this stuff, when we really sit down and think about it and be like, dang, do I really need this right now? We'll be like, you know what? Actually, I can wait. But we're so used to being in the now, we're so used to being current and up to date. We don't just sit back and have those conversations with ourselves. So if you like I said earlier, I'm not gonna tell y'all to do with y'all money. I know what I'm not doing with my money. But like what I would do is I would encourage you to sit back and evaluate. Do I really need this right now?
Evaluate what games you're just like I said, evaluate the games that you play online with friends and whatnot. If you're playing Fortnite, then I understand you're that online. That makes sense to me. If you're playing, what's the other game that was on the Splatoons? If you're playing, Mario Kart,
but
if you're playing Paladins,
are gonna be free, so you don't have to pay for that.
Well, no, you have to pay the online to play them online.
For free to play games, you don't have to have the service.
Oh, you don't have to have the service?
No.
Oh, I didn't know this. News to me. That's a good positive. So there you go. You don't need them for the free to play game.
So just like,
what games do you have in your inventory did pay for that you play online on a regular basis? If you aren't paying and look at how long you played them,
like if you're playing Xenoblade and Zelda Hard Body, like, do you really need that online right now?
You don't need them online.
No, you don't.
You don't need it. So that's all I'm saying. We're not trying to tell you to buy it because obviously we want everybody to, talk with their wallets. But we can't tell you what to do with your money, but we can give you some options and maybe hopefully you can think and really take into consideration. So just some things to think about. Well, we're coming up on our closing time, but that's okay. So all I want to just give out as a last minute addendum, look in your arsenal of online games for Nintendo, please. If you're not playing those games online, for the most part, maybe do yourself a favor, save $20 for now. Wait for a couple of months. It won't kill you. There's people who waited to get a freaking Switch for a full year. You mean to tell me you can't wait to get online for another year?
Yeah.
Just some thoughts. That's all. It's whatever. So I hope you guys had fun today.
Thank you guys for coming through. I know this is a very unorthodox time for hashtag so
yeah.
Thanks for coming to our impromptu stream. Yeah.
Should we move it to I know. Should we move it to a different time? Maybe like.
No, I think we should keep it Fridays, but
at 8 o'clock.
I gotta do a better job of getting out of the school.
We'll see. We can't do it at 5.
Yeah, so it would have to be 8.
So we'll switch up the time.
So
we'll do it 8 on Fridays. So we'll switch up
Fridays at 5.
Yeah.
So
hopefully you learned some things about the online. Really want to get that out there to people who just do not know. And hopefully you guys can reevaluate some other things. And I hope you guys have fun, actually. I'm going to stream again. Not tonight. I was going to stream some more Tomb Raider. It was getting good. It was getting so good.
Girl,
she killed... Oh, it was good. She was killing people in the last playthrough, man. She was losing her freaking shit. But if you guys watch me, you guys... Don't think I was being upset with you, man. There's always love here. So when I talk to everybody, I know some people kind of think that when I talk to them, I'm being over aggressive, and I do apologize if it seems like I'm being like mean to you, but it's all love. It's just me. That's just the way I talk. I'm assertive when I talk, so you can understand me, directly to you.
Shout out.
But we're gonna Iwata, rest in peace. So I'm just assertive, but it's all love here, family. Appreciate all your questions, comments, concerns. Me and E are gonna bounce. Where can you find us?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at the Video Game Her. I have a Facebook, but I'm mostly on Twitter, so you might as well just follow me on Twitter because I'm mostly on Twitter. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on YouTube. I'm the Video Game Her pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
And I finally updated my stuff.
Yay!
Everywhere. Yay! Freaking Andy. On Facebook, it's not the same. It's Coupon Strides on Facebook. Do not try to find me there. I'm not there much at all. I'm really not there much. I used to be there hard body until I got hard Twitter. So now I'm more hard body on Twitter. You'll find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, freaking Mixer. I'm also, streaming on Mixer. So look me up. Coupon everywhere. If you see Coupon something else, it ain't me. And we're out of here.
Peace out, y'all.